Imagine you stand at the precipice of the unknown, where the mysteries of the cosmos hum with the energy of creation, waiting for your attention. You're not alone in this pursuit. Throughout history, visionaries, mystics, and philosophers have sought to uncover the ultimate truth behind existence. No modern thinker has explored this terrain with more depth than Ken Wilber, the philosopher and psychologist whose work on integral theory offers a compelling roadmap to understanding not only human consciousness, but also the divine fabric that binds us to the universe. Wilber's framework of consciousness serves as a guide to navigating the complex layers of reality, urging us to explore the multiple dimensions of existence. His insights suggest that by tapping into these different dimensions, we may begin to access the mind of God itself, a mind that is not distant and unknowable, but intricately connected to our own. In this video, through the lens of Wilber's integral theory, we'll explore how ancient wisdom and modern spirituality converge to reveal a cosmic blueprint that has the power to transform not just our understanding of the universe, but also our role within it. Ken Wilber's groundbreaking work revolves around the idea that human consciousness is not linear, but rather an intricate tapestry woven from various states, stages, and dimensions. In his magnum opus, A Brief History of Everything, Wilber suggests that existence unfolds through an evolutionary process, where the material, psychological, and spiritual realms coalesce into a singular interconnected experience. Wilber's model, called integral theory, maps out these realms of consciousness into a framework known as all quadrants, all levels, popularly known as AQUAL, which accounts for individual, collective, interior, and exterior dimensions of reality. For Wilber, this holistic perspective offers a way to understand not only the human experience, but also the divine architecture of the universe. As we ascend through various levels of consciousness, from the purely physical to the deeply spiritual, we begin to see the subtle energies that underlie all existence. Wilber describes this process as waking up and growing up, where spiritual enlightenment and personal development converge into an expansive understanding of reality. From this standpoint, accessing the mind of God becomes a real possibility, a direct encounter with the creative force that drives both evolution and the cosmos itself. In Wilber's philosophy, this journey toward divine consciousness is not an abstract or purely metaphysical idea. It is a lived experience, grounded in both ancient traditions and modern psychological insights. To access this higher plane of existence, one must integrate all aspects of self, mind, body, and spirit, and align them with the greater evolutionary force at work in the universe. One of the most fascinating aspects of Wilber's integral theory is how it mirrors the symbolic traditions found in ancient esoteric practices, particularly the significance of the number 33. In Masonic traditions, the 33rd degree represents the highest level of spiritual enlightenment, a pinnacle that only a few can achieve. This number is not arbitrary. It carries with it deep spiritual significance, resonating with the idea of spiritual evolution that Wilber so often speaks of. Wilber's own understanding of human development through various stages of consciousness parallels this concept. Just as the 33rd degree marks a symbolic threshold where one attains a deeper understanding of universal truth, Wilber suggests that we, too, can ascend through levels of consciousness by integrating our lower impulses and expanding our awareness. This process, known as transcend and include, involves moving beyond our ego-driven desires while still incorporating the lessons they offer. Consider the life of Jesus Christ, who completed his mission on earth at the age of 33. In both spiritual and symbolic terms, this age marks a profound convergence of sacrifice, rebirth, and revelation, concepts central to Wilber's work. The number 33 is thus not just a milestone in esoteric traditions, but also a marker in the journey of consciousness, reminding us that our evolution is both individual and universal. Wilber would argue that accessing the mind of God requires us to reach this higher stage of development, where the personal and the divine are no longer separate. Just as Christ embodied divine consciousness, so too can we, by transcending the limitations of our current awareness and embracing the vast, interconnected web of existence. Wilber often emphasizes the importance of the body in spiritual development, particularly in his discussions of the body-mind-spirit complex. This concept echoes the ancient yogic tradition that views the human spine as a central channel for spiritual energy. In yogic teachings, the spine's 33 vertebrae represent steps on a ladder toward enlightenment, a physical manifestation of the spiritual journey toward divine consciousness. According to Wilber, spiritual development must be holistic, integrating the body, mind, and spirit into a single cohesive experience. The spine, as a physical structure that supports the body and as a conduit for spiritual energy, serves as a powerful symbol in this process. Just as the spine provides physical stability, it also represents the path to higher consciousness. Wilber's work stresses that spiritual development is not an escape from the body, but a deeper integration of it, a realization that our physical form is a mirror of the larger cosmic structure. In this way, the spine becomes a blueprint for divine consciousness, a physical ladder that, when aligned with higher intentions, allows us to climb toward the ultimate understanding of the universe. For Wilber, the body is not a barrier to spiritual realization, but a necessary component of it. The energy that moves through the body is the same energy that animates the cosmos, and by understanding this, we can begin to unlock the mysteries of existence. Secret societies like the Freemasons and the Rosicrucians have long been associated with the pursuit of hidden knowledge. These groups, shrouded in mystery, are often seen as gatekeepers of ancient wisdom that, according to Wilber, is more relevant now than ever. Figures like Manly P. Hall, who spent his life studying esoteric traditions, suggest that these societies hold the keys to understanding the fabric of reality. Wilber's approach to this hidden knowledge is not one of mere curiosity, but one of integration. In his view, ancient traditions have always offered profound insights into the nature of existence, but they must be understood in the context of modern psychological and spiritual development. The rituals, symbols, and teachings of secret societies are not relics of the past, but active elements of spiritual technology, tools that can guide us toward the realization of our own divine potential. For Wilber, accessing the mind of God is not simply a matter of intellectual understanding. It requires a deep, lived experience that integrates the insights of ancient wisdom with the knowledge of modern psychology and spirituality. The gatekeepers of this wisdom are not just the Freemasons or Rosicrucians. They are also the great philosophers, mystics, and spiritual teachers throughout history. Wilber's integral theory suggests that by synthesizing these teachings, we can begin to see the bigger picture, the cosmic blueprint that connects us all to the divine. One of the core principles in Wilber's philosophy is the understanding of cause and effect, a law that governs both the physical and spiritual realms. Every action we take, every thought we entertain, has a corresponding reaction that reverberates through the fabric of existence. Wilber's integral theory incorporates this universal truth, suggesting that nothing in the universe happens by chance. Everything is interconnected, and by understanding this, we can begin to align our actions with the natural flow of the universe. This law of cause and effect is not just a philosophical abstraction, it is a practical guide to living a life that is in harmony with the cosmos. Wilber would argue that by aligning our intentions with the greater forces of the universe, we can begin to access the mind of God. This alignment requires both an intellectual understanding of the law and a spiritual embodiment of it. It is not enough to know that cause and effect exist. We must also live it, making conscious choices that reflect our understanding of this universal principle. Wilber's work emphasizes the cyclical nature of existence, where civilizations rise and fall, economies boom and collapse, and even our personal lives follow these rhythms. By recognizing these cycles, we can begin to see the larger forces at play in our own lives. Every thought and every action is a cause, and every cause leads to an effect. This understanding invites us to take responsibility for the reality we create, both individually and collectively. In Wilber's integral theory, imagination is not a flight of fancy. It is a powerful tool for co-creation with the divine. The ancients believed that all existence begins with a single thought, a divine idea waiting to manifest. Wilber expands on this notion, suggesting that through imaginative visualization, we can shape reality itself. But imagination alone is not enough. Wilber emphasizes the importance of intent, a focused, purposeful intention that directs the energy of imagination toward a specific goal. When we set an intention, we align ourselves with the creative force of the universe, signaling our readiness to co-create with the divine. Wilber would argue that accessing the mind of God requires not only the ability to imagine new possibilities, but also the discipline to turn those possibilities into reality. This process involves a fusion of imagination and intent, where our desires are not mere fantasies, but powerful declarations to the universe. Wilber's integral theory ultimately leads us to the concept of surrender. Surrender, in this context, is not about giving up, but about releasing control and trusting in the natural flow of life. For Wilber, the final step in accessing the mind of God is to let go of resistance and allow ourselves to be guided by a force greater than our individual will. This surrender is not passive, it is an active engagement with the deeper truths of existence. By aligning our personal will with the universal will, we become co-creators with the divine, shaping our reality in harmony with the larger forces at play. Wilber's work reminds us that accessing the mind of God is not an end, but a process, a journey of continual integration and evolution. In surrendering to the flow of life, we open ourselves to divine insight and wisdom, moving ever closer to the ultimate understanding of reality. As Wilber's philosophy teaches, the mind of God is not something external, it is within us, waiting to be realized through the integration of all aspects of our being.